So thank you very much for inviting me for a keynote address on role of freight corridors for safe, faster, and affordable logistics in India. So before I start my address, I just want to tell you few facts which are very interesting to know in reference to the these dedicated freight corridors and the origin or the concept of these corridors. See, India is a great country, and we are, in fact, the second largest producer of coal in India, in the world. But you will be surprised to know that we are also the second largest importer of the coal in the world. So what happens in India, basically, what used to happen till date is that the power plants which are situated on the western bank of India, I mean western part of the India in Maharashtra and Gujarat, in Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab. So because of the shortage of capacity of transportation of the coal from eastern part of the India, where all the coal mines are located, we generally used to import the coal, and that was faster as well as cheaper. In a similar fashion, there were so many things in India in the western part of the country, like oil. We know that this cement, fertilizers, etc. There was a huge gap as far as the transportation of the goods from western part of the India to the eastern part of the India or the hinterland is concerned. So this was the main reason behind the concept of freight corridors, because government of India wanted to create a capacity of faster movement of goods from one part of the India to the another part of the India where they are actually needed. And in addition to that, government of India also wanted to increase the share of freight of Indian Railways, which was going down year by year, which used to be around 65% in the in 90s, and which got reduced to around 25 to 27% in 20s. So basically, the concept behind freight corridors was that we want to build a capacity wherein we can transport the goods faster in a reliable mode, and we just want to bring down the logistic cost in India. So right now we are working on the two corridors. One is Eastern Corridor that spans from Ludhiana up to Dankuni in West Bengal. It is 1800 plus kilometer route kilometer, and it has been funded by World Bank. Another corridor that is right now work is going on is Western Corridor that spans from Dadri in UP till JNPT in Maharashtra. That is around 1500 plus odd kilometer, and it has been funded by JICA, Japan. Work is going on both these corridors, and around 650 kilometer route has been already operationalized in Western Corridor, and around 400 plus kilometer has been commissioned in the Eastern Corridor. We are sequentially commissioning the parts, and we intend to operationalize both these corridors in the year 2023 end, or maybe few quarter more. So that is the present situation of the corridors in India right now. Apart from these two corridors, few more corridors have been planned, and work is going on those corridors also. And one of them is North-South corridor, one is East-West corridor, and one is West Coast East Coast corridor. So basically, the reason behind these corridors, the faster implementation of these corridors, is that we want a faster, a reliable, as well as a cheaper mode of transportation, wherein we can transfer the freight from this road transport to rail transport. So now let us consider that how these corridors which we are right now developing will be safer, will be faster, and will be affordable to the common man. So as far as the safety is concerned, yes, it will be a very safe infrastructure. See, right now we are developing this corridor for 25-ton axle load with 100 kmph running speed of the locomotives or the trains, and we will run trains of more than 13,000 empty metric ton capacity. Right now, we are running the trains on the normal Indian tracks of around 3,000 tons or 4,000 tons capacity. So double or triple capacity trains will be running on these corridors. Western corridors as well as eastern corridors both are double track, barring the 400 kilometer in the eastern corridor from Ludhiana up to Dadri, which will be a single line track. Apart from that, whole of the corridor will be double line electrified. So you will be, surprised to know that in long run, with both these corridors, there was a study conducted by Ernst and Young that both these corridors in long run of around 30 years will save around 40 crore metric ton of carbon dioxide. So we are a green corridor also. So that way, these are the basic features of this corridor. So now I will come to the safety part of the corridor, whether these corridors will be safe for operation and safe for the public, safe for the freight or not. So yes, as you know that these corridors have been planned double line electrified. So first of all, there will be two dedicated different line for up and down direction. Though used to be single line in the Indian Railway for both freight as well as traffic, these passenger traffic, but ours will be double line electrified. So the chances of intermingling of the traffic will be, nil. Secondly, our corridor is 100% automatic signal. Till now in Indian Railway also, we used to follow the absolute block system wherein in a particular section, whenever a train enters, there will be no other traffic, there will be no entry of any other train in that section. Whereas in our section, we have divided whole of the section in a span of 2 kilometers each, wherein after every 2 kilometers there will be automatic signal. So whenever the train passes through that stage, it will automatically give the green signal to the following train. So as many trains can be accommodated in the section, thereby increasing the capacity of the corridor. We are also deploying the TPWS, that means train protection and warning system. So that will also avoid all the chances of any collision in the track. Apart from that, there are many measures. We are using GSMR, wherein we are creating a parallel telecom network along our track, and we will use that telecom network, that GSM network, for our train operation. So as far as the safety is concerned, uh, uh, every latest technology that is available with Indian Railway, that has been designed by the RDSO, or whether it is an international best practice that is being used in creation of the corridor as well as in operation of the corridors. So yes, our corridors that are very safe for the train operations. Now I come to the second part, whether it will be faster than what. See, we have designed our corridor for 100 kmph speed. Right now, a freight train running on the railway network runs around a speed of average speed of 25 kmph, because there are so many stoppages on the Indian railway network because of many reasons. But because our corridor is dedicated for the freight only, so there will be no stoppage at all, and we will be running faster. You will be surprised to know that we are running freight train at a speed of 100 kmph, at an average speed of 100 kmph, which has never happened in the history of Indian Railways. So because the signal is automatic, we have eliminated all the level crossings. There is no level crossing all along the corridors in both the eastern and western corridors. So we have eliminated any chance of surface collision with any other traffic. So it is a safer as well as it is faster. Now third point is whether it will be affordable logistic. Yes. So on the affordability point of view, I would like to say that on an average, uh, the logistic cost in India is around 18%. Whereas if we go by the international standards, it is around 8 to 9%. So there was a study by SHM, and wherein they have calculated that if we bring down our logistic cost from 18% to say 9 or 10%, so we will be saving around $50 billion annually. So that is a magical figure, I think. So how will it happen? It will happen through a faster mode of transportation and cheaper mode of transportation, which option will definitely will be provided by DFC. We will be running the train frequently. We will running the train with heavy axle load. We will carry more loads, and our turnaround of the rolling stock will be faster. Right now, I will give you an example. We run the train from Rewari up to Palanpur in Gujarat. It's a 650 odd kilometer. Earlier, the trains used to take it around, say, uh, 20, 24 hours. By truck also, by through road also, it takes around 23 hours, but we run the trains in 9 hours. So a lot of interest has been generated in this regard in the local industries, in the industries of the state, as well as throughout India, wherein because of a faster turnaround, the this cost of logistics is going to come drastically, to reduce drastically, and this will give an advantage to the industry to offer their products in the international as well as local market at a cheaper rate. See, we can compare the cost of logistic in India vis-a-vis China. China logistic cost is around 6 to 7%. So their product is much cheaper in the international market. Whereas we are spending around 18% of our total cost on logistic only. So by introduction of DFC, these logistic costs are going to be reduced drastically. So I think DFC is going to bring a major change in the overall economy of the country. It will going to increase the share of railway in the freight also, which was earlier around 70% in 2000 in 1990. It will going to we have targeted it to increase up to 45% in coming 10 years. So it will happen only because we will run faster, we will run heavier, and we will reduce the logistic cost drastically. So I think you are going to witness a big change in the economy of India, and one of the key factor in this regard will be these freight corridors. And in coming 10-15 years more, you will also witness at least three more corridors. So they will bring a sea change in the economy of the country. So I hope that if the things move in the right direction, uh, our logistic cost is going to be significantly lower than what we are right now witnessing in the country. So thank you for giving me time on this very interesting topic of role of dedicated freight corridors in safer, faster, and affordable logistics in India. Thank you very much.